Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. How is everyone doing today? Happy Sunday. How's our weekend been going? I feel like this weekend has felt very long to me. And I don't know if that's in a good way or a bad way. Not that like long weekends can ever really be bad. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Hi, Derek. Hello, hello. Hi, Becky. Hi, Yana. Hi, Jess. Did I go to Scrooge's shop today? I think I did. Hi, Kat, lurking and working today. Wanted to say hi and happy stream. Well, hello. I hope work is going well for you. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Nick. Heart of Winter. Hello, Michelle. Hi. How's everyone doing? Okay. I did come here. Yes, I did. You know, Scrooge has been okay to me recently. Not the best. Still no glowing mushrooms, but we're getting there. I think we're getting new things every once in a while, which is nice. What have I gotten in the past few days? Hi, Stacy. Hello. Just finished watching some of the other streams and decided to look to see who was live, and here we are. Welcome in. Thanks for catching the VODs. I appreciate it. I feel like my voice is also going a little bit today, just as a heads up. So if I sound a little extra raspy, that's why. Oh, I finally got this, and I haven't even looked at this, so we need to put this down and see what this is all about. Snowdrop, hello. You're gonna play Dreamlight Valley 2. Mariux, hello. Mariux? Hello. Travis, hi. Jane, hi. Coco, hello. Hi, Amanda. Round table upstairs is so cute. Oh, wait, the Wally one? I'll go back and look at it. I did get these really interesting dividers. It's called a training camp fence. You know what it reminded me of, though? It reminded me of in The Sims. They have those display boards that you can sell art off of and stuff like that. Reminded me of that. Sarah, hello. Hi, Magister. Ooh, my brain is really working trying to pronounce this. Aralav? Hi, please correct me. I'm sure that's so off, but hello. Lexi, hello. First live that you've catched. Amazing. Welcome in. Happy to have you. AKP, hello. Just finishing up your Mulan quest. Okay, how are we feeling? Listen, we're getting so close to an update and I'm excited. Are we in catch-up mode still? Is the star path officially over? Or 2 days? Have we all finished our star path? How are things going? Where am I going to be able to find space to look at this thing? Maybe the meadow. Let me see. The item is bugged for you? Wait, which item? Hi, Nina. Having trouble opening your saved game. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Has it been like a cloud save issue or like an internet issue? What's up? Hi, Ricky. Hello. Looks like a projector screen. It does kind of look like a projector too. I could see that. Is this trough also here? Was this in the realm? I honestly don't remember. It probably was in the realm. Okay, that works. I'm not gonna leave it here, obviously. I just want to look at it up close and personal. You unlocked the premium star path at 9 days left. Does it look like you're gonna finish it? Or is that when you finished it? This is cute. I don't really have any builds right now where this would work. But now I feel like I need to come up with something. Like someplace that I can use it. Finished the star path yesterday, trying to finish Mulan and Mushu this weekend. Amazing. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Jamie. You never finish star paths, but you only do it to get what you like or want, and then you stop. Oh my goodness. The way that just gave me a little bit of anxiety. But if it works for you, I am so happy for you. I don't think I've ever, no, I'm certain that I've never not finished a star path. I don't think I could do that. I feel like that's one of, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to stress anyone else out, I promise. I'm just being aware that for me, that's one of those things that would wake me up at night at like 3 in the morning on a random Tuesday. I would wake up and be like, remember that one star path that you didn't finish? Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. Your theory is that you had to make sure you were signed into your Microsoft account, but it didn't work today. Oh, interesting. Are you on the official Dreamlight Valley Discord server? If you are, I'm not sure if you've been by their help chat. They know a lot of things over there, so they might be able to help you out. You think you'll finish it? Unfortunately, oh, you don't think you'll finish it, but next Star Path, you're going to be more consistent. That's fine. And I feel like as long as you get what you want, that is good enough. And I'm sure some of the items are going to be coming back eventually into the premium shop. I do believe that will happen. Would the trough fit by Al's Toy Barn? It would, in theory, with a build of that sort, but with the specific build that I have, I don't think it'll work. I can run by there in a second. But partially because the entire thing is very full. Partially because of the vibe that I went with over there. I don't know if it would work. Okay, let me clean up a little bit. Today, the goal is going to be to finish decorating the Frosted Heights. I think we can do that. I feel like that's a very strong possibility. And then the only biome we'll have left is the Forgotten Lands. Interestingly, I haven't, well, not interestingly, this is kind of my MO the past few weeks. I have not done the Dream Snap for the week yet. I was thinking about doing a picnic thing in the Frosted Heights, but that would require me either making a picnic area now or undoing something later and making a picnic area. So I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm gonna do. You only missed the very first Star Path, too much going on in the beginning of the game, it haunts you. That's fair. Also, I was looking back through all of the, listen, one thing about me, I'm going to do unnecessary extensive research about things. And today, part of that was going back through all of the updates and the update lengths and the Star Path lengths and XYZ. And the first two Star Paths, I think, were only 5 weeks long. So not a long time. Why did I come here? Oh, not a long time considering no one knew what they were doing. And also the game had just come out. Bunny, you're so excited for this update. Oh, I am so excited. I can't wait. It's going to be fabulous, I think. I'm going to sell this snow. I think I have way too much. Yeah, I'm going to sell this. You have tried the Discord once. Okay, gotcha. Any info about the next Star Path theme? The only thing I know is what's publicly available, and I think that was through the Valley Vignette blog post on the official Dreamlight Valley website, which actually, now that I think about it, is probably linked in the description of this video because I think I didn't take it out of the description. Oh, I was running around Al's Toy Barn to show that I don't think I have space for it. Partially because I have this like outdoor theater thing going on, and partially because my farm is full. But yeah, I think that blog post is actually linked in the description box of this live stream right now. And it was saying that it's going to be 1920s themed. When do I think the update is going to be? Okay. Give me a minute and we'll talk about it because I have theories. Let me go back up to the Frosted Heights now. I know I could fast travel. Just let me take a little sprint through my valley. It's fine. You've been playing so much Coral Island and you might be able to get a barn later today. That's so exciting. I want to play Coral Island again. I'm not sure if we're going to get to it this week because we're going to play Fields of Mystria tomorrow. And, oh, it was just a table. I thought it was a blue chest. And Tuesday, I kind of want to play Tears of the Kingdom. So I don't know. Hi, Taylor. Hello. You're going to attempt to complete the whole of the next Star Path? Listen, there's nothing wrong with trying. If you hate it, just don't do it, though. If you hate it, don't do it. I know, Yana. Listen, I'm not going to make any promises. Also, isn't it interesting that this week Kitty's actually going to be gone? And Kitty and Yana are the two biggest champions of me playing the Zelda games. And she might not even be here for it. There is not a release date yet, but we're gonna chat. We're gonna chat. The new roadmap, it shows Tiana's restaurant behind her. I know, yeah, they confirmed that Tiana has a restaurant coming. Let me pick up these flowers too, actually. I don't want these around when I'm decorating. It's going to be similar to Remy's restaurant where villagers are gonna go and dine, but instead of selling, select all actually, and then just leave those. Instead of selling ingredients like cheese and milk and eggs and stuff, she's going to sell rotating meals. So like different cooked meals each day, which is pretty exciting. You got the Wally rusted street lamp in your shop today. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have that one. For a second when I saw your message, I thought you were going to say you got the billboard. And I was going to be A, very jealous, and B, very confused because I've heard that the billboard only shows up in Dream Snaps chests. Oh yes, D23. Listen, there's been so much happening. Maybe that's why this weekend has felt so long. Maybe I've just been thinking a lot about like the update, and also D23 has been happening. Exciting stuff, exciting stuff. You finally got the Stitch bundle last week. Amazing. Okay, so let's talk about update timing. Oh, this is the kind of thing that I can't multitask with. I'm gonna run around and clean up my valley a little bit. Is that something we want to talk about? And are you all opposed to me running around cleaning up my valley while I do that? Because I feel with the current amount of energy slash mental focus that I have, I don't think I could decorate and talk at the same time. At least not in this way. If we don't want to do that, I'll just go back to the Frosted Heights. So I was researching. I do be researching and saw that. So since last year, the Haunted Holiday Star Path, which was the one in October, every Star Path since then has been 7 weeks, except for one Star Path. So I think the idea that Dreamlight Valley was working with was that they wanted their updates to be their Star Paths to be 7 weeks long. And then from the end of the Star Path, it's usually 2 weeks until we get the next update. 1 week of redeeming your stuff and 1 week of just nothing in game that's new. Well, yeah, pretty much. And then the update comes, right? However, that's not super possible to continue for the rest of the year, because that would put the last update of the year on Christmas or into the new year. And I don't think that's going to happen. So let me see. I'm trying to like make this make sense. My brain sometimes like doesn't arrange things logically. So the way that I think about things, I think is confusing. So I was pretty much like thinking about some things that we can sort of assume about update timing and stuff like that. We know we have 3 updates to get this year, and one of them is this month. And it's not going to be before the 21st because we have to have at least 1 week of a redemption time. So that puts this Tiana update at either the 21st or the 28th. Pretty much from the time we got this update, I was saying that I thought the next one would be on the 28th of August. And I a little bit still think so, but I do think that we could be getting it on the 21st. So currently my thoughts are that we'll probably get Tiana's update on, let me pull up a calendar, on the 28th of August. And then 6 weeks from the 28th of August, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, puts the Star Path ending on the 9th of October. Why am I going with 6 weeks? That's because that's like we've had a 6-week star path this year, and I think 6 weeks has to be the length of the star path in order to make things happen for the rest of the year. Sorry. I had not explained that previously. So if the star path ends on the 9th, that's a 6-week star path, we could get the next update on either the 16th or the 23rd, the 16th being 1 week after, the 23rd being 2 weeks after. I kind of think we're going to get it on the 16th. I think we're going to have 6-week star paths and 1 week in between the update, because if we get the next update on the 16th, that makes a 6-week star path last until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, November 27th. And then we could get an update on December 4th or December 11th. I really highly doubt that they will give an update on December 25th because that's Christmas. And I don't think that's going to be like a smart idea in terms of like player counts and marketing and stuff. And I doubt that they'll want to do the 18th either, because that's like too close to Christmas. So I think it has to be the 4th or 11th for the last update. And I think it has to be the 16th or the 23rd of October for the Timon and Pumbaa update. But I kind of think it's going to be the 16th. They're dropping a lot of info already, so you think it might be the 21st. I kind of think it might be the 21st too, which could give more time for, like, I don't know. The Timon and Pumbaa update, they say it's going to be small, so I don't know. It might be fine if they're really close together. I don't think they're going to go back to 5-week spans of star paths, because I think people are already kind of concerned about finishing the star path in the amount of time that we have, even with 7-week star paths. So I don't think they'll try to shorten them down to 5 weeks. And I think even if they go down to 6 weeks for the rest of the year, I do think they've been behind this year on updates, because we went from December 5th of 2023 all the way until February 28th of 2024 without an update, which was a 7-week star path, and then 5 weeks after the star path before we got another update. That's a long time. I do think they were running behind for that update. So I think they kind of have to squeeze things in a little bit now, and they'll probably try to lengthen it a little bit again next year. They said the October star path would be shorter. Wait, did they? Or did they just say the update would be smaller? Probably the 4th. It was the 3rd last year. I don't think it's necessarily fair to judge based on when things were last year. Well, I don't think that's the most accurate if things have gone kind of off script. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I do think it'll be either the 4th or the 11th. I don't think it'll be later than the 11th, because I think when you get too close to the holidays, people are traveling and stuff. And like, I think they really try to make sure that they talk a lot about the updates before the updates, and that they're going to get players excited to play as soon as the update drops, because I think they want their player counts to be as high as possible when the update finally comes, you know? That's the vibe that I get. I have no idea what I'm doing over here by this castle, but we are going to find out. We are going to find out, but I am very excited about the new updates. Super thrilled. Really to see Tiana. Definitely looking forward to that. I've talked about how I don't super love the timing of getting Timon and Pumbaa next, but I know I'll enjoy having them. I just wish they were coming at a different time. Okay, I think we're gonna need healing lights of some sort. You think they're definitely getting caught up and back on track is the plan, and you think that there's a showcase in November, so the holiday star path will probably be early September. Yeah. I do think it'll probably be early November showcase, early December update. And I think that's probably what they're going to try to implement as their routine. If I had to guess, like it's too early to really say for sure that it's a pattern because it's only been last year and this year, but I think that makes sense that they'd be trying to put out one DLC each year and sort of around the holidays, but not like right in the holidays, you know what I mean? So we will see. I am super excited about the showcase. Like, I think that's the thing I'm most excited about, which is weird. I don't know, but I talk about this a lot, how I love new content in Dreamlight Valley, but in many ways, I like the anticipation of new content just as much, if not more. So, like, I'm a big update teasers person. I'm a big, like, showcase person. So I feel like I'm looking forward to the showcase as much as I am the Tiana update, and the Tiana update is the one that I'm most excited about. Last year, they did an update really close to Christmas. It was the first week of December. So it was in December, but it was not, like, really close to Christmas. Hi, Becky. Hello, hello. Yeah, I don't know. And I was sitting and I was like, oh, we have a showcase coming up. Meanwhile, it's August right now. That's months away. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do because I really am sitting here so excited about this showcase. Like, oh, any day now, but it's not any day now. It's quite literally so far from now. So I'm going to have to find a way to maybe, I don't know, just distract myself, not think about it very much. Is there a world in which I use the frozen pillars near here? I talked about this last week, how I don't really like using pillars outside. It confuses me. But I think they could potentially look cool. I'm filtering by yellow right now because I'm trying to see if there are any gold things that are fun that we can use. You're excited for the 1920 Star Path? I'm super interested to see the items. I think it could be really cool. I don't want to use those plants. No. You're so excited for the showcase. I love the showcase. That was so fun last year. We're going to stream it again, so we can watch it together and then talk about it for out. How long was that stream last year? It was probably like 3 hours of us just talking about the showcase. And it was so fun. Lantern lights. What about... How do we feel about these? I think I a little bit like them, but I think the only thing throwing me off is how red that is compared to the pink on the castle. Do I think that in Act 3 of the expansion it'll be just Jafar, or do I think there may be some more characters in this act? People are talking a lot about it. I've mostly seen people talking about it based on a quote in the interview that the creative director did, where he said something along the lines of, we drew on Disney history to create some memorable moments with a classic Disney character. And the fact that it said a classic Disney character in reference to the DLC without naming somebody, I think a lot of people are thinking that it could be someone new. I've seen mostly people saying they think it's going to be Genie or Aladdin or Figment. I kind of think we're just going to be getting Jafar, but I don't have a super strong opinion about it. I think the classic Disney character might just have been trying to not give away too much too soon. And And I think the character is probably going to be one that we already have in game. But mostly that's just a guess that I don't really even feel super strongly about, so I don't know. Which color bubbles Bream are in? I believe blue. Hi, Adriana. Hello. Hi, Ruby. How are you? I think I'm gonna leave these, actually. I might try to move the candelabras forward a little bit. I don't usually use these candelabras. They make me a little bit grossed out, and I can't really elaborate on that. I just know it to be true. The showcase gave the same hype you used to have for E3 game announcements. I don't know what that is. But speaking of E3, D23. Has anybody been keeping up with D23? There's been some super exciting stuff, including a Frozen 3 teaser. That's coming out in 2027, which, hello? 2027 is so far away. What is that about? There's an original animated Disney movie coming out in 2026 that they haven't said anything about, though, but except for the fact that it's coming. What else was exciting? There was a teaser for the new Lilo and Stitch live action. There was another trailer for Mufasa, I think. There was a teaser trailer for the Snow White live action. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what else I saw. There was a little info showcase about the new Avatar movie. Just lots of stuff. I think this is okay. Lion King Land in Disneyland Paris? That's cool. Hi, Cassie. Hello. Relatively new player came in during Lovely Monsters, and this is the first update where you won't have any backlogged quests. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That is awesome. I kind of wish I could put this rug under the castle a little bit. Usually when people say that they want to be able to put rugs under things, I think that's a weird thing, because like, how are you going to get a rug under a building? But with this rug in particular, I just want to be able to put it here because that's not even under the building. It's just that the footprint is very strange. I don't know. I could just put it here at this entrance, but then that feels a little random. I might just not use it. Could put it under this fountain, but again, like, how would you get a rug under a fountain? Villain Land in Magic Kingdom? I didn't see that. Oh yeah, the new Moana trailer too. Interestingly, I haven't watched most of the trailers because I don't watch trailers for things usually. But I get excited knowing that they exist. I usually will watch a teaser trailer. But I usually don't watch full-length trailers for things. I might do a little fountain seating spot here. Maybe something like that. That's kind of cute. Thanks for lurking, my little corner. Can't stay very long. You have a meeting to attend today. Don't want to go to it, but you have to, sadly. Kind of keeping up with D23. Yeah, I think D23 is exciting. I want to try to go one year, but I don't know about all that. I just love showcases, clearly. I find them exciting. Does this need to be forward a little bit? I don't think so. I think that's mostly even. How do I feel about the live action Snow White? I haven't seen it. So I can't really have any thoughts about it. I think Rachel Zegler is a phenomenal actress and singer. But yeah, I don't know anything about the movie, so we shall see. In general, I'm very much I reserve judgment until I see the thing because I think it's kind of silly to have opinions about things that you haven't seen yet. Because, like, it's just an opinion about an idea of a thing. Maybe bushes here. In terms of the live action adaptations in general, like happening, I don't really care. I think they're I think some of them are quite good. And the ones that aren't, like, kids like them, so I think it's fine. Grab maybe these. Is it too soon to start bringing in some of the wooden elements? You love that I really keep to that non-spoiler not watching trailers for things. You think it's pretty adorable. Thanks. I do watch a trailer every now and then. If it's something that, like, I'm super invested in, like, I don't know, I get really invested in a lot of things. But for instance, the one thing that I've watched trailers for in maybe the past year or two is Wicked. And that's because I've been a fan of Wicked, the stage musical, for over a decade, I would say. And I've been looking forward to a film adaptation of it for over a decade. So my excitement for that just kind of overwrites my desire for no spoilers. But everything else I kind of just don't watch. What sounds better, churro cold brew or Twix macchiato? Probably a churro cold brew. I don't like Twix candy. I don't know what it is. Candy bars that have caramel in them, I don't really like them. I like caramel, but I don't like candy bars with caramel. Do I want to bring this path around to this bridge? Or do I want to do this path connecting these two? I think I'm kind of leaning towards this snowy path connecting these two bridges. So let's try that. Hi, Elena. How are you? You were at a flea market. Oh, did you get anything fun or exciting? Now, you know what I would love more than anything? I would love if we could push the paths flush with the, like, bridges and things. You're quite interested in the concept for Toy Story 5. Oh, I saw that that was discussed, but I don't think I actually saw the information about it. I've been mostly keeping up with D23, but it's a lot of stuff happening, so I definitely haven't seen everything that they've been talking about. I need to do a deep dive at some point and make sure I'm in the know. James, hello, hello, how are you? And Lady Fire, how are you? Oh no. I already feel this going off the rails and I haven't even started yet. Uh-huh. No, this is okay. We're fine. It's always the paths for me. No matter what I do, they always end up being a mess and a half. No, this is fine. This path is okay. I don't despise it. Oh, I was going to try to look at these pillars. Let me see if I can do that. Let me save first. You got some freeze-dried candy. Interesting. I don't think I've heard of such a thing. Incredibles 3 is where it's at. Oh, I also did, like, I think, so I have a whole playlist. I have a whole playlist I started where I've just been, oops, sorry, I just punched my microphone. It's just a private playlist that I have where I've just been adding the trailers and like teasers and discussions from D23 to the playlist so I can catch up. I definitely added one about Incredibles, but I haven't watched it yet. Pillar. Don't get distracted. Pillar, pillar, pillar. I doubt I'm going to actually want to use this. I don't know why I'm trying to make this happen, but well, that's awesome, Ladyfire. I'm glad you're having a great Sunday. What if I put these over here? You were decorating in Palea today and kept saying, as Tink would say, I don't hate this. The highest praise I can give for something that I'm decorating. I don't hate this. Speaking of Palea, though, I don't really play Palea anymore. Not because I have any issue with it. I thought it was fun. I had a good time when I was playing Palea, but partially because there's just so many games and I don't have the time for it, and it just hasn't been sparking my interest as much. But wait, can I do a little something? Pull this across here so that I know where to line this up. Yeah. But a lot of creators that I follow still play Palea. So I keep seeing these thumbnails of people doing really cool builds in Palea. And it makes me a little bit interested in picking it up again, but I don't know if or when I will. You're excited for the Wizards Beyond Waverly Place? Yeah, that's another one that I saw they talked about, but I didn't really see what was said. You were surprised that the live action Lilo and Stitch is coming to Disney or to theaters instead of Disney Plus. Yeah, I'm not really sure what goes into deciding what goes to Disney Plus versus theaters. I don't know. I think this is okay. I mean, we're gonna have like more trees and stuff in this area, but I think this is all right. I usually don't put things like right in front of my castles like this. I don't think. So that's a little bit throwing me off. Like this one just has the 2 candelabras. And these ones I don't think really have anything. Yeah. So having the pillars and the flags and the lights is making me kind of like, How likely do we think it is that the fireworks will be fixed on this castle in the next update? Cast your votes. Will it be fixed? Here's the thing. I might get rid of the candelabras because I feel like I don't need them. There are so many lights on here anyway. I don't know. Are we pro candelabra or anti candelabra? Do I like to play The Sims? You feel like I would like that decorating? Interestingly, I do enjoy playing The Sims. More interestingly, I don't build in The Sims. I'm pretty much a cast player and a gameplay person. Sometimes I will decorate or redecorate a home, but 9 times out of 10, I just get my homes off of the gallery. And it's almost purely because the idea of actually building a house, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. I'm like, make a box, make it fancy. I watch a lot of Little Simsy. So I'm like, it shouldn't be that hard. Make a box, make it fancy. But it always just ends up looking weird. It's kind of like when I build things, like when I was working on this area over here, and I was getting frustrated with the fact that it just looked like a line. I feel like everything just looks like a line, and I don't know how to fix it. So not a big Sims builder. No, you feel like they're pretending the problem doesn't exist. I feel like it's very much they're like, well, hey, we just gave you these firework things that you can place down separately, so you don't even really need the fireworks on the Winter Palace. But it's like, actually, I would like the fireworks on the Winter Palace. I think that would be really nice. You wonder if we'll get any in-game events that will tie in with the releases of all these upcoming movies. I'm very pro, well, very pro is dramatic. I'm generally pro integration of like new Disney and Pixar content with Dreamlight Valley. For instance, I really liked that we had the Wonder of Pixar Star Path that happened when Elemental was coming out, and it had a lot of Elemental themed items. I really liked the Inside Out 2 event. I don't usually see things in theaters. I usually wait until they come to Disney Plus, but I think it's fun to get those things in the game even if I haven't seen them, because I feel like a lot of what's fun about Dreamlight Valley is the nostalgia and the Disney of it all and the community that exists within the game. And I feel like all of those things are really enhanced by making the game feel present, if that makes sense. And one of the ways they can do that is with events that have to do with new movies and releases. I think it makes the game feel very present, and like it's not just kind of floating around in the ether, like it's very connected to the greater Disney experience. How does the vacuum work? Oh, I can show you. Is that a shop castle? This one, yeah, this one is the Winter Palace. It looks incredibly similar to the regular palace, which is here. The differences being that this one has like some icicle lights and stuff. And in theory, you should be able to interact with it and have fireworks come out of the top of this palace. The fireworks don't work right now, though. Have I heard about It Takes Two? I have. I have been wanting to play It Takes Two for a long time. I would like to play with my partner, but I don't know if he would want to play with me. We don't generally like the same games. But that game is always on my radar. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. Oh, I was going to show how the vacuum works. Let me run over to my vacuum and I can show you. About Wicked, you've never watched the musical, but you got the book version today, so you're excited to read it one day. What I will just say, I just finished reading the book like 3 days ago or something. I enjoyed it, but it is completely different than the musical. Like, part of the part where they're at school is kind of similar to the musical, but in general, the plot is not the same. Like, they're both Wizard of Oz like prequels and retellings, but apart from that, they're different stories. So when you interact with a vacuum, I have mine at level 3. There are currently 3 different levels, and as you upgrade it, you can collect additional things with the vacuum. So I think when it starts out, it might just be night thorns and wood. Maybe, but someone correct me. And then as you upgrade, it will add things like flowers or like other items that are on the ground. And when you interact with it, you can select any or all of the things around that you want to pick up. and then you would click collect, and it will take the amount of mist that it shows and it will give you the items into your inventory. So like, let me exit out of this because I don't want to pick up all of this, but I could pick up this garlic here and collect it. And now it's in my pockets and it's not on the ground anymore. It's really useful for clearing things very quickly. It's super helpful for star path duties where you have to collect like a bunch of a spice or something. You don't have to run around looking for it. You can just go to your vacuum. And the thing about the vacuums is that one will work for the entire biome if you're in the valley. If you're on Eternity Isle, one will work for each level. So let me pop over there. Am I stalling a little bit, but leave me alone. One will work for each level. Hi, Priv. Hello, hello. Not here, but loosely, obviously here. Okay. Wait, what? You or what you were talking about before? Because I didn't read that yet. Only 18 more wrought iron for the Parisian statue. Amazing. Did I see they announced Freakier Friday? I did not. Wait, yes, I did. Where did I see that? Because I just saw it in passing. And if that was a D23 thing, I didn't see it with D23. If you're on Eternity Isle, you know how there are like different levels within the biome. So there's this elevation level here, but then even though this is the same area, it's a different elevation level. You would need a different vacuum in each elevation level. So this one would cover this level here. And then up here, I have one right here. Wait, where is it? Oh, right over here. That will cover this elevation level. Also, don't make fun of me for my Eternity Isle. I haven't been over here in weeks. It's an absolute mess. And that is the vacuum in a nutshell. It's super fab and I love it. Feel like A Way Out is a good coop only title. Wait, co-op only title. Want a pre-established rule set for sure though. And in a relationship, those kinds of games can be like IKEA building tier. I'm taking a picture of this so I remember that. Yeah, that's one thing. Like I was kind of jokingly saying to my partner the other day, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we played a co-op Baldur's Gate playthrough on my channel? And he was like, let's do it. And I was like, wait a minute. I said, wait. Hey, I didn't expect you to agree to this. Because previously, when I've approached him about the prospect of doing a singular stream together or something, playing a game, he's been like, no, thank you. And B, I don't know. I feel like it would just devolve into couple bickering, you know? So I don't know if that's a good idea. Hi, Lily. How are you? You love when the game feels in touch with IRL Disney experiences and acknowledges movie releases, anniversaries, and what's happening in the parks. For sure. I really like that in this game. Okay, can I move this forward? Like here, I can. What if I make it even with this instead? But if I do that, I'm not gonna be able to put a tree there. Okay, I definitely need a tree here-ish, because we need to have the double framing moment. Beyond that, I don't know. We'll have to see. That would be so fun, though. Not the bickering. It's not like, I don't know. We don't really bicker, but I get frustrated in games sometimes. I don't know that this is something that will have really manifested itself fully on stream before. Probably the closest to it would be, there was one divine beast when I was playing Breath of the Wild that I had a really hard time with, and I was getting a little bit frustrated towards the end of that. And then I think when we were doing some of the trials in Cana, Bridge of Spirits, I think I was getting a little frustrated with one of those. But if I feel like I'm doing everything right and I still can't do something in a game, or if the game is glitching out, I get really frustrated. And then he will get frustrated because he doesn't want me to be frustrated. Like, he wants me to feel better, but like so I feel like that would maybe happen. But maybe since we've both played Baldur's Gate, it wouldn't be that bad. Doing well. You're getting caught up with bundles with Palia. Oh, that's fun. It's like an ice fairy tale. You wish you're... Wait. You wish you would have what? Your cat is loving the stream. Well, that's fabulous. That's nice to hear. Okay, I think this is good. I might put some of the really light bushes over here, like these ones, to bring a little bit of green into the area. I'm liking keeping this mostly the icy blue kind of color scheme. But I feel like it can start looking very flat very fast. Oh, the snow district on DDV. Gotcha. You were struggling with a fight in a game and you were about to win, got overexcited and dropped the controller. Oh no. Oh no. You may or may not have witnessed Angsty Tink when we were doing group cooking in Palia, and one more or more of the party consistently had to run and buy supplies for 15 minutes straight. I don't remember. Was I angsty? I don't recall. I mean, I wouldn't say it was absolutely not a possibility. I do tend to be a fairly emotional person. And most of it is very much internalized. But sometimes when I feel overwhelmed, it like, I don't know. No, stop. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Most of the time with games, it's fine. I feel like I do a surprisingly good job. Like when we were doing Breath of the Wild specifically, not the first couple of streams, the first couple of Breath of the Wild streams were a mess and a half. I'm sure some of you were there, but I had never played a game like that before. I didn't know what was happening. There were a lot of people hanging out who had never been to my channel before, and I think probably expected that I knew what I was doing, and I very much didn't. And I was a little bit in panic mode. You never picked up Breath of the Wild again after the Elephant Divine Beast, and that was the only one you got to. Oh, I can't remember which one gave me a really hard time. I mean, I do love Breath of the Wild, though. I think it's such a good game. What if I grab one of... Wait, are you? No, good. We do like something like this. Or counter offer. I swap these. So this goes here. And this goes here. You know what this is just about begging for? Fountain tiles. You can get Breath of Life on Switch, right? Wait, are you talking about, what's that game called? Sky? Do you know what game I'm talking about, or are you talking about Breath of the Wild? If you're talking about Breath of the Wild, that is on Switch, because it's a Nintendo game. There's another game that I'm thinking of that's like a free-to-play game. Do you want to know the one I'm talking about? But I don't remember what it's called. Oh, Breath of the Wild. Yeah. It's on Switch. Okay, I need to find outdoors things. I think it's usually under decor, actually, but let me just filter gray and outdoors. Yes. Now hear me out. I think we use the fountain tiles. Thanks for hanging out, Nina. I appreciate it. I think we do, in fact, use the fountain tiles. This is very asymmetrical, but I think I like it. You've said this before, but watching me play Breath of the Wild encouraged you to give it a try, and now you're close to the end of your second playthrough. You even beat the final trials on the Trial of the Sword. That is amazing. The Trial of the Sword was another one where I was surprised, actually, that I was able to stay as calm and and persistent as I was in those trials. Because one thing, I don't mind a game that's a challenge. And I don't mind combat in games. I actually find it kind of enjoyable sometimes. But what I will say is that I don't love doing the same boss fight or challenge over and over again. Like, I can probably do it 3 to 5 times, but if I feel like I have to do it any more than that, I get bored and frustrated really easily. And the sword trials, those were hard. I don't remember how many times we tried it on stream, but it was a lot. It was many times. Sully really likes the Frosted Heights. He's always up here when I'm decorating. Should I hide him in his house? Is that mean? I might do it. Hi, Shelby. How are you? Sully, you can join Mike being hidden away. Or not. He said I refuse, actually. You feel like this build needs a Snowgy plushie? I'm not sure if I'll put one here. I definitely have a bunch over by the Anna and Kristoff's castle. He might be hidden. Let me check. Oh, he is. Okay, good. Might try to pull up the candelabras again and see how we feel about that. Let me put a couple little rocks here for this pathway. It's already been an hour. I feel like I've accomplished 0 things. That's fine. Things she makes. Hello, hello. How are you? Lurking while getting some work in. Amazing. Here's the thing. I like these little tunnels, but something about them feels really out of place. And I might just deal with it by Corbin Blue, but I don't know. Once I finish my valley, I should do some interiors, and I will. Trust me. I've already been thinking about it, and by thinking about it, I mean dreading it. I mean dreading it. But just a little bit. Just some mild dread. Might put this back here. Perhaps. Grab you. Recently watched Princess and the Frog to update your memory for the update. Do I think they'll mention the Shadow Man at all? I could see Tiana having some voice lines about it, but I think for the most part, any other characters in the movie would be introduced probably in a realm in the future or in a DLC. I don't think there's going to be too much about it in the update. That's just usually how these things are, I feel. Like when we got Fairy Godmother, I can't even think of a super specific reference to Cinderella that she made. You know? And we all know how I feel about the fact that Stitch pretends that Lilo doesn't even exist. Super excited you got to catch a live. Oh, amazing. We are definitely doing things. Girl, don't walk that way. What? What, Wally? I still don't know how I feel about this. I think maybe the no candelabras is the way to go, but let me know your thoughts. Okay, we have this. This is cute. This is also incidentally our entrance from the forest. Oh, I probably should push this over here so it's not in the way. But then also, how are you going to see that? Maybe I'll do it this way, where it's technically pointing in the wrong direction, but that's neither here nor there. He very much did, Priv, yeah. He had something to say, and he said it. And you know what? More power to him, is what I say. No candelabras. That's what I think too. I don't know what to do here. I might move on with my life and come back to that later. Oh, I wish you could put this kind of clipping into there. That would be ideal. But you know what we could maybe do? I don't know if we're gonna hate this. We could... Oh, no. Never mind. No, we can't. No, we cannot. He was shocked at the reveal of Lilo. Maybe. He was like, oh, wait. Error. I forgot she existed. And you know what? It would not even be his fault either. Because you know who doesn't talk about her? Stitch. Now, here's the thing. I'm never going to be back here. Couple of rock clusters by the fountain? Perhaps. I'm just still waiting for the day that I'm going to be able to turn things on an angle. But that doesn't even feel like an actual possibility at the moment, to be fair. You're excited for Friday? What about Friday? Okay. This is gonna bypass this. And that goes that way. This, I don't know. You can go literally anywhere. Wait, I know somebody mentioned this before, I think, but I'm technically still under 4,000 items. That's a surprise. That is a surprise. Pop that there and this there. Do we know when the update is coming? We don't have a date. We just know it's coming this month. It's either going to be the 21st or the 28th, or at least in those weeks, but it's pretty much always on a Wednesday, so probably the 21st or the 28th. Do a little sprinty. We'll run around. This can go here to a fountain. We have them there. I don't know why Anna's standing behind the planter, but you know, I'm glad you two are having a good time. Oh, it's gonna be your birthday. Happy early birthday. Okay. Let's see. You have Wednesday through Friday off. Oh, that's exciting. It's very exciting indeed. Yeah, let's bring these this way to here. Sure, why not? What is the 1200 limit on building? The one with the 3 boxes? Oh, those are unique items. So the 1 box is literally every individual item. So like, I'm trying to think of something that I only have 1 of out in the world. Maybe this. So if I delete this bench here, the 1 box item will go down because it's an individual item. So it goes down to 39.35. But this one didn't go down because I have other benches like this. If I delete something that I only have 1 of in the world, like I think this, they should both go down. Yeah. So the 3 boxes are unique items. So like a carriage is different than a vase. So each of those would count for a different item here. But if you use a lot of the same items over and over again, you won't really notice a change in that number. That was the most confusing way to explain that, but I hope it makes sense a little bit. Character looks cute. Thank you. I was going for green. The category was green in honor of Tiana. The category will probably be green until we get her. So yeah, just a casual little t-shirt dress. Keep forgetting about the frozen fountain. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice by Anna and Kristoff's castle. It's a unique looking item. I like it. It's just not the most versatile. How did I get the 6,000 furniture space? It depends on what platform you're on. I'm playing on PC right now, so I have access to the increased item limit. I think PC, the most recent Xbox console, and PS5 have the extra item limit. If you do have one of those platforms, you can go under help and extra object limit and turn it on or off. It's not available on like Switch or PS4, I think. Hi, Ella. How are you? Started a new book, got halfway through, and still don't have an opinion. It do be like that sometimes. Sometimes, like, I literally won't even know what I'm reading until the last 80% of the book. I'm like, it's a book. Like, that is how I feel sometimes. I think I need a couple benches here. Ooh. One of these L benches might have been cute, but I think I need to be able to actually access that area a little bit more easily. So I think we're going to do the brown benches. Oh, I need to make some of these. It's a book. Yes, actually, this is like, I don't know. It feels like an integral piece of Tink lore here. I read a lot of books. I read very many books, like kind of an obscene amount. However, no matter how many books I read, I struggle so much with rating books. I don't have a Goodreads because I don't get it. Like, I'm like, what makes a book a 5-star book or a 1-star book? So I was watching a content creator, someone who also reads, and she was explaining her system for, I'm trying to find a crafting table. I don't actually know where I have one. Let me just grab one out here. She was explaining her system for rating books. And for 2-star, she said, it's a book. Like, I read this book. It is, in fact, a book. So that's going for it. And then for 1-star, she was like, honestly, if I rate a book a 1-star, I'm not even sure that this is a book. She's like, it was words on a page, but was it a book? I couldn't tell you. Like, I really don't know. You never would have had me pinned as the reading type. I know, I know. I hide it very well. Thanks for hanging out, Michelle. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You're a mood reader and rate books purely on vibes. Yeah, I like kind of have more of an idea now. I mean, I've been trying really hard to make sure I don't share them with anybody, but I have a reading journal and I try to like actually rate my books in my reading journal when I finish them. But I don't know. I think a lot of it also is that I feel like many things just are in the middle. So I don't think I've ever rated a book well, there are maybe a couple books that I rated 1 star, and I rarely rate a book 5 stars because I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, rating is just not something very tangible to me. I need a rubric. You know, I need a rubric. Let me write this down. Book rating rubric. I know what I'm doing today. I'm gonna find one. I'm sure one exists. That is going to make my reading journey so much better. Anyway, hi Ignis, how are you? You'd find it hard too. It depends on your mood and a lot of other factors. Yeah, and then it's like, I'm not sure whether to rate the book based on like whether I think it's a good book or not, or whether I enjoyed it or not. Because sometimes I enjoy a book and I know it's not a good book. And sometimes I don't enjoy a book, even though I know like it's a good book, you know? Just things. Do I return my 1-star books? No. Actually, I have a couple of 1-star books on my shelf right now. Here's the thing though, I don't really read physical books that much anymore. I mostly read digital, but whenever I read physical books, I annotate them a lot. So then I'm kind of stuck with them. I could just recycle them, I suppose, but like no one's gonna want a book that's highlighted to high heaven and has my specific thoughts scribbled in the margins. Especially if it's a book that I didn't like, because half of the time it's me just yelling at the character like, what the heck? Like, why are you doing this? What made you think this was a good idea? You know what? I think we'll use this rock. Let's move that there. Reading is such a vibes thing too. Like you could rate a book 5 stars and reread it a year later and be like, wait, yeah. It really does depend on like the place where you are in life, I think, when you read it and that kind of thing. Like there are plenty of books I've read that I'm like, see, this book just wasn't for me. And that's my own fault for deciding to read this book because it wasn't really. I should have known. This was not written for people like me. Have I read Name of the Wind? I have not. Okay, this, I think good so far. Yeah, also like if I get a physical book, usually I will end up cracking the spine. Not like intentionally, it just happens. So I don't know. Or like will like spill stuff in my books sometimes. Like, I don't know. My books after reading them are not in a condition to return them anyway. Why would I grab that when I have snowy trees all around, literally scattered about, ready for me to pick up? You have Storygraph to keep track of the books that you read and track your TBR. I use Notion for that. And more recently, I've been using a physical reading journal. I mean, it's just a notebook, but I do like my little charts, and that's where I'll keep track of my reading stuff. Thank you for becoming a member, Kelsey. I appreciate it so much. I hope you enjoy the cute little Tinky emotes and other things. Making sure you check to see what all of your member perks are. And we do have a member stream coming up this Friday, actually, so that will be a lot of fun. Not sure what we're gonna do yet, but whatever it is, I'm sure we'll have a blast. Maybe that'll work. This. You've not felt able to zero in on actually sitting down and reading for upwards of a decade. Oh my goodness. Something about uni made it not click anymore. Oh. Yeah, I feel like I did definitely take a bit of a reading hiatus in school because I just had so much like school reading to do, you know? But as soon as I was out of school, I was like, I need to read. And even like my last few months of like working on my dissertation and stuff, I was like, I need to read for fun. Otherwise, I will cry. Like, I am doing so much reading for not fun that like I need some personal reading to balance it out. Never know what people will buy. You would read that 1-star book about digging holes if someone's commentary was in there for funsies. Oh my goodness. I have had my sisters read, like, my sisters will borrow books of mine sometimes, and they'll read my books that I've annotated. And they're like, honestly, I was laughing my little booty off reading what you had to say about each of these things. I was like, I'm happy to entertain. Glad that I could do that for you. That's lovely and wonderful. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, if I ever get around to starting a booktube channel, I could just like, I don't know, start an Etsy shop or something with some of my books that I've annotated that I haven't read or that I didn't like or don't want to keep. Thank you for the sip reminder, Yana. I am just drinking water today, but it's still pretty delicious. Something about this is wrong, but I don't know what it is. Hi, Tova. How are you? And I need something over here. I'm really trying to not put purple trees. So I need you all to hold me to that. This is a purple-less biome this time around. That was my intention with the glade as well, but we all know I did not hold myself to that one. Can you imagine thinking you're buying a brand new book and it's got someone else's opinions in it? That's for a thrift store though. I think I would love that actually. I love when I get a used book and it has someone's name in it or something, or even better, when you can tell it was a gift from someone because they'll write like a little sentence and be like, from so-and-so. I love that. I don't know. That's part of why I like annotating my books. It just makes it feel personal. Because like anybody can just like buy a new copy of a book, but having something with something from someone in it, having something with something from someone in it is exciting. The light up deer. I'm not sure. I thought about using the light up deer over by this castle, I think. And kind of how I feel about it right now is that the light up deer feel Christmas coded to me. And I don't particularly want like a Christmas vibe. so much as I just want a winter vibe. Happy 12th birthday, love, Aunt Amanda. Me. Oh, Aunt Amanda. They hated this book. Yes, or they didn't even read it. I think at one point, I started working on... Never mind. What am I putting here? I feel like I need... I know I need things. You go away. What if... I wish this was larger. Because I would put it kind of behind there, and it would be nice. Can recommend the originally Danish. You'd think it's been translated and re-released YA-ish fantasy trilogy that kicks off with The Shamer's Daughter. Interesting. Might have to look into it. You want to know what is an incredibly sad thing to think about? Also, I'm really sorry because this is just me being dramatic. It's sad to think about how many books I have on my TBR and how there's literally no physical way that I'll ever be able to finish all of them in my one little lifetime. You know what? The more I try to figure out what I'm doing here, the more angry it's making me. The festive star path is not going to have anything not Christmassy. I know it in my soul. No. I wish you could filter for multiple star paths. But if you click more than one, it'll just use the last one. Like, these are fun, but it's too Christmassy. Oh, you know what? I think the deer might have actually been in the premium shop. Now that I'm looking at this stuff. You haven't read in so long, you think the last book you read was by Nora Roberts, and it was making you so mad with some of the characters' choices. Yeah. I don't think I've ever read a Nora Roberts book, but one of my grandmas knows that I read a lot, so anytime I go to visit her, she's always trying to send me with books that she's read that she liked, and they're almost always Nora Roberts. And I'm like, thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. And then I add it to my book wall, but like, I don't know if I'll ever read them. Wait, can you go under you? You can, but you have a weird, like, mountain. You know what? I think this is fine. It's fine. There you go. To be read is better than a did not finish list. You get so mad when you have to DNF a book. I like physically can't DNF a book. Even if I hate it, I will rage read it because the idea of not finishing a book just feels so strange to me. I like wish I were more willing to DNF books. Sometimes I do take like a lengthy break while reading a book, but usually that's not a book that I don't want to finish. It's a book that I just, either it's not the right time or I'm busy, so I have to come back to it later. You DNF so fast, like first chapter in. I could never, especially since I feel like a lot of times, well, because I don't read the synopsis for a book because I feel like the synopsis gives away the whole plot a lot of the time. Because I don't read those, I usually don't even know what's happening in the book until until about halfway through. Okay, this is good so far. This biome is messy. I mean, I think it looks okay, but it's a little messy. Life's too short for bad books. That's why I just speed read them. I can read pretty fast when I want to. Like, there was literally a series that I read the entire series in one day because I read the first book and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And I started the second book and I hated it. And I was like, well, now I just need to finish the series because I already bought the box set. And so I just finished it that day. The hot cocoa stand, you need them to bring that back. Oh, the hot cocoa stand is cute. I think I have this one turned around. No, it's the right way. Yeah, it is very cute. This one's a little bit Christmassy, but I feel like it's not too overtly Christmassy. And you can turn it around if you want to have this side that's not got the garland and stuff on it. It's a really cute one. This one was from the Star Path, wasn't it? You know what? I can check. Unless I don't have one in here, which I guess would mean that I don't have it. Oh yeah, it was from the Star Path. I have a feeling they'll bring some of this stuff back again this winter. Well, I mean, Northern Hemisphere winter. I kind of do want to use this cute little castle, but it feels weird over here, actually. Frosted Heights to you is too small to decorate? Really? I don't get that feeling. If anything, I feel like for me, it's that I usually don't have things that I want to put in Frosted Heights. You spent hundreds of dollars before you started reading the synopsis, and you have to now, otherwise you waste your money. Yeah, I mean, I really only buy books if creators that I like have liked the book. But that's another thing. I won't even really listen to them talking about the book that much because I don't want to know anything about the book when I go into it. So a lot of times if I'm watching like monthly reading wrap-ups, I will just skip to where they rate the book and then I'll skip over them talking about how they felt about it. But yeah. And I think even when I don't love a book, I usually still enjoy the experience of reading it for the most part. Tried to make a film adaptation that failed spectacularly catastrophically. Chamber book trilogy is in your personal top list next to Potter and Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Oh my goodness. Speaking of failed catastrophically, actually, I don't think this is necessarily true, but there was a book that I loved when I was growing up, and it's called Inkheart, and it's a series, and they made a movie of the first book, and the movie flopped so much. And that made me sad because I thought they would probably do the whole, I mean, it was a trilogy. I thought they would do the trilogy as movies, but the first movie didn't end up happening. You have half of Frosted Heights undecorated because you don't know what to put there. Oh yeah. I kind of feel ya. Like I made up this entire square area. I mean, it's got a skating rink, but this is pretty much an area of nothing. And honestly, most of this is an area of nothing too. Like, it just is what it is. But what's wild is that actually this is how most of my valley used to be. There would be like a couple of buildings in the biome, but most of it would just be nothing. But now we have so many buildings that I feel like everything is so like squishy. But I kind of like having things a little bit more squishy, but it's getting to the point where I'm worried about how I'm going to fit Tiana. And specifically any premium shop houses that come with Tiana. with that update, you know? Hi, Samantha. How are you? You like the movie of Inkheart? You've read the books too, and you really liked them. Yeah, to be fair, I haven't seen the movie in many years, but I just remember it flopping. Rage reading. That's Mrs. Perb 100%. Wait, really? She'll be remarking over dinner about how terribly paced sidetracking the book she's on is, only to afterwards keep reading it. Unfortunately, I do that to my partner as well. He's like, you know, you don't have to finish it, right? And I'm like, well, that's where you're wrong, because actually, I do. And I will. I just want to be mad about it for a little bit before I get back to it, you know? My biggest pet peeve, well, one of my biggest pet peeves in books is, and this is specifically I feel like this is usually like a YA fantasy fake out, but it also does sometimes happen in like books that aren't like that, I suppose, but YA fantasy does this all the time. It's the, oh my gosh, something really, really bad happened to one of the main characters. And or they like passed away. But JK, actually, no, they didn't. They're fine now. They're resurrected in 5 pages. And I'm like, what? Now, why would you do that? I don't get it. It's like, it doesn't have the dramatic impact because I know they're going to be resurrected in 5 pages. And like, it also defeats the purpose of what they were doing. I don't know. That's a big one for me. Anytime I read that, I literally physically roll my eyes. Let's see. What do I want? Yeah, thank you all for liking the stream if you have. I appreciate it. What do I put next to the snow hut? Also, there's no music, and there hasn't been music in ages, and it's making me uncomfy. Let me, I don't know, walk into a building or something that usually has music and see if that helps. Remy's house usually has music in it, right? Because, like, sometimes it's fine if there's no music. If I'm walking around doing stuff and you can at least hear some of the game sound. But when you're decorating, that doesn't happen.
Over here.
Okay. Now just switch songs. Don't cut it, please. You've been wanting to read the biography book that Jeanette McCurdy wrote, but every time you remember to look for it at the store, it's been sold out. Oh, you know what? I read that book, but I actually recommend, if you can, getting the audiobook. Actually, I tend to feel that way a lot about memoirs and or autobiographies, because I feel like it's really powerful to hear the person that's telling their story actually telling their story. And I did listen to, I kind of co-read and listened to Jeanette McCurdy's, and the book itself was A, very powerful, and B, just like phenomenally written as well. And C, the audiobook performance was really good. Yeah, she narrates the audiobook. A lot of times I feel like that's been a thing in the past couple of years or so, or few years. A lot of times the author will narrate their own memoir. And it's such a cool experience. I also listened to Viola Davis's memoir recently, and Trevor Noah's, and both of them narrate them. And those were really good as well. What if I do a little campfire? I don't think I have a place to cook outside currently. Or did I put one back here? No, I just put a table. Oh wait, no, I did. I put one there. But what if I get rid of this one? Or what if I just have one over there anyway? Not me simply explaining the plot of Pretty Little Liars. Oh, Pretty Little Liars is such a trip. I watched that whole show. There are a lot of shows that sometimes, well, I don't know. I don't really do this anymore, but I definitely did this when I was younger, where I would watch the whole thing, and afterwards I'm like, how did I make it through 8 seasons of these shenanigans? Like, I wasn't having as good of a time as I thought I was. Like, I don't know. One of my sisters is rewatching The Vampire Diaries right now. And it's so funny because The Vampire Diaries is literally all over the place. It's so chaotic. And she's sending me updated, like, connections charts at every half season for the most part, that like details how people know each other and who's been in relationships with who and who's related to who. And it's very entertaining to experience from an outside perspective, but I don't know if I could ever rewatch Vampire Diaries. You know, sometimes they hire others to narrate and that irks you more than it should. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've read any memoirs recently where it's not been by the person that wrote them. Did I watch Secret Life of the American Teenager? I did, but I watched it when I was not like the age that no, I think when I watched it, I was older than the target audience. But it was also a blur. I don't remember too much about it. Vampire Diaries really said, let's have 100 different characters, but they're all played by the same main characters. They did. Also, the biggest thing about Vampire Diaries for me is that, like, honestly, justice for Bonnie, because why was Bonnie the best character in the entire series? And you know what she got? Crumbs. All the time. You think it's because sometimes we get so used to the show that we don't really imagine ourselves watching something else, and only after some time we're like, how did I watch it? Maybe, except here's the thing. When I was watching Vampire Diaries, especially the last 2 or 3 seasons, I have memories of specifically saying to myself, this show is going off the rails. Why are you still watching this? But by that point, the show had already finished. Because I think I started watching it when it first came out, but I stopped after like a season or 2. But by the time I started actually like watching it, I was like, well, you're almost done now. What's another 60 episodes? What's another 60 episodes? You'll be fine. Oh, goodness. Okay, yes. This is such an annoying spot to decorate because the camera is getting stuck on this house. So I'm sorry if that's frustrating anybody else as much as it is me. We'll try to keep it moving. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what show is off the rails but iconic though? Let me tell you. One Tree Hill. Especially the last couple seasons, it does the thing that shows do where they like try to hold on too long, but it's like there's no more story to tell. Like, I promise you, there's no more story to tell. And you're just peddling fairy tales right now, like, and not even good ones. But even in spite of that, we still love it. Wait, I don't think I know what ATLA is. ATLA. I'm trying to think. I'm not very good at acronyms sometimes. Thank you for the sip reminder. He's on the door, Peyton. I love that one. I love that you brought up that quote specifically, because I think that's mine and my sister's favorite quote from One Tree Hill. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is cute. We're liking this so far. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Wait, what's wrong with Avatar: The Last Airbender? I think I just recently rewatched it. Well, I didn't finish it, but I rewatched the first 2 seasons. Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I got you. That's what the acronym is. My brain had already moved past that, but thank you. I got you. To be fair, there are many episodes, but it's only like 3 seasons, right? And the episodes are only, well, 30-minute TV slots, so they're not that bad. Okay. You know what? I don't actually even know what's right down the hill from this. Is it just a little dragon shrine? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, we're good. That wooden chair is a little close to the fire. Can I not interact with you because the chair is too close or because you're turned the wrong way? No, because the chair is too close. Okay, well, that's fine. What if I give you a little cooler? I mean, I know we're in a frozen biome, but I think it might still be nice. Zuko's arc is a masterpiece. Listen, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I feel like is generally applauded as a great, like, work of media. I don't feel like I see people saying negative things about it too much. I mean, I am a big fan of standing 10 toes behind something that's bad and you know it's bad, but you love it. But I don't think that's has to be the case with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think you can feel somewhat safe in the knowledge that everybody else also likes it. What if I get you? You remember loving Sailor Moon as a kid, but honestly, you don't remember most of what it is about. So you've been thinking about rewatching it. I just watched the first... I don't know. I might have watched 10 episodes of like... I mean, I don't remember. There are a lot of different Sailor Moon shows. I think it was the one that was on in the 90s. Like the first animated one that was on in the 90s, but I don't know. It was giving, well, this is going to, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody with this comparison, but I know how beloved Sailor Moon is. So I feel like I might inadvertently offend some people by saying this. But when I was watching it, it was giving, me like the feeling that I felt when I was watching Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir. Which is not a bad thing. I don't have bad feelings about that show. You wish we could go inside? Oh, yeah, I think it would be kind of cool if we had... Oh, I'm actually team tiny house in terms of having tiny house skins. We talked about this before. I think somebody was saying... Wait, who was saying this? Someone was saying when we were doing the stream where we were going over the blog posts and stuff, and where I was talking about features that were going to make it easier or give you more space and flexibility to decorate. And I think someone was like, what if we get the ability to shrink houses? And I love that idea. I think it's absolutely silly and unserious, but in the best way. I would love... I'm trying to find the medium-sized tree. Are you the medium-sized tree? Or like the small tree? I think I'm trying to find the small one. Oh yeah, this is a small one. I would love to just make a little tiny town, you know? I think it would be so cute. Oh, it was you, Yana. Yeah, I love that idea. Making just like a super tiny little fairy town or toy town would be so fun and cute. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids vibes, kind of. I used to love that movie. I like simultaneously loved it and was creeped out by it, and I can't remember why I loved it. Like, I have no idea. Fully is, you think the hesitation may stem from there having been a stigma against serious animated content, but you feel like we won. It's now just status quo that stuff like that rocks. Well, yeah. I do kind of get that. I feel like animation over the past few years has been gaining more, like, I hate to say the phrase like gaining more validity, because like you don't need anyone to validate what you like, you know? But it's been being appreciated a lot more as an art form, not just for like children or family friendly stuff. I was about to say Spider-Verse. You know how I feel about Spider-Verse. A masterpiece. Thank you for the sip reminder. You were thinking the tiny village in the German section of Epcot. I know what you're talking about. I do. Oh, and thank you for the stretch reminder too. You work in animation and it's such a bummer that it's treated as only for kids. I think that's definitely something that's changing a little bit. Like, what's the show that Amazon does? Is it Invincible? I haven't watched that, but I know that got like a lot of positive feedback. And I feel like Legend of Vox Machina has kind of been that way as well. And the Spider-Verse movies for sure. And there are more too, but those are kind of the three that are kind of in the forefront that I can think of. Scavenger's Reign? I haven't heard of that. Oh, yeah, the question of the day today is, what's your favorite pizza topping? And also, what are your thoughts about pineapple on pizza? Feel free to argue respectfully in the comments. You love Vox Machina? I'm such a Vox Machina fan. I'm so excited for season 3 coming out this October, right? Can't wait. I'm so sorry. I'm such a nerd. You all know this already. I'm such a nerd. I love D&D. I love Critical Role. And I love The Legend of Vox Machina. I think I actually, like, I'm wearing a shirt today, actually. That's, what is this? Scanlan. What does this say? I can't read it because it's upside down on my body. Enter the Meat Man reunion tour. It's a Scanlan tour t-shirt that's got like the different cities on the back. Probably like 50% of my wardrobe is Critical Role t-shirts. Olives? I love olives on pizza. I do. Hawaiian is your favorite. I actually don't mind Hawaiian pizza. I don't think I would ever like choose to order a Hawaiian pizza if given the option. But if it's in front of me, I will eat it and I'll enjoy it. I know a lot of people tend to love it or hate it, but I feel like I'm pretty neutral. Like, I think it's good if it's the air, but it's not my fave. Green peppers and black olives. I would like green peppers on pizza. Oh, Has-Been Hotel. I did like Has-Been Hotel. I did enjoy Has-Been Hotel. The theater nerd in me specifically enjoyed it because it has so many voice actors that are like Broadway people. And I said, sign me up. I'm intrigued. I'm engaged. I am indeed the target audience. Plain cheese if you have to have pizza but you don't really like it, that's fair. Pepperoni with extra sauce. Fave topping is somehow like as much cheese as will stick to the pie amounts of cheese. Yeah, my favorite pizza is, well, my favorite pizza is a margarita pizza. But I like don't get those usually from places. So my actual like most ordered pizza is just like a regular cheese pizza. But I do really like olives on pizza. See, where else are we going with this? You here perhaps? Any book recommendations? I feel like I've been giving pretty much the same ones recently. It's hard because I read usually on my Kindle. So if I don't have my notebook in front of me, like of what I've read recently, it's hard for me to suggest things. For adult romance, I like the Windy City series. For YA fantasy, I like the Legendborn cycle. For adult fantasy, I'm really enjoying the Bloodgrace series. For memoirs, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. For lit fiction, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by, yeah, Gabrielle Zevin. Or The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Oh, actually also Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I read that recently. That's more of like a, what would I consider Vicious to fall under as a genre? It's kind of like general fantasy. Magical realism? Maybe? It's very interesting. It doesn't super like fit into a lot of genres that I feel that I've read, but it was very good. Those are the books that are in eyesight of me right now that I've enjoyed in the past year or so. Thug Life Kitty Cat, hello, hello. We're talking about your love language, which is pizza. Pizza is good. Oh, Heart of Palm on pizza. I think I have actually had that on pizza before. And I think it was tasty. Why don't you go back there? Well, sure. Ricotta cheese on pizza. Actually, that's making me want to make pasta. We got a pasta maker, like pasta roller for Christmas. And it's been a couple months since we made pasta. You need the deets here. Is the McCurdy one available as a narration audible kind of thing? Yeah, it's on Audible and she narrates it and it's really good. Definitely check content warnings if anybody's going to read that one. If there are things that you like are sensitive to, or, you know, it depending on, you know, your emotional state at the moment, but it's very good, very good. It's written beautifully. It like mostly looks at obviously her relationship with her mother throughout her life, and also it's informed by like her experiences as a child actor, and her issues with various like mental health conditions and substances and things. But it's so good, very well written, very moving, and she narrates it beautifully. I wish I could fit more stuff here, but it's just kind of a narrow area. Maybe I can bring a couple more bushes. Love some dark fantasy romance books or fantasy books. Most of your own book collection is fantasy. Yeah, I right now have 2 bookshelves in my house. I need more. One of them is pretty much all fantasy. And the other one is pretty much all contemporary romance. And then I have all of the rest of my books, because those are the 2 genres I read the most. And all of the rest of them are kind of on my wall of books. So I just literally stack my books into a wall of books because I don't have space for them. I want to redo the room that I stream from. This is kind of like our office. I want to get a couple more bookshelves and make it look nicer. I think that would also help if I wanted to stream with the like face cam more often, because right now this room is A, kind of empty, and B, just has books on the floor everywhere. You have some of those in your mini home library. You'll have to read them. But yeah, most of them are books that are or have been fairly widely talked about. None of those are like deep cut books, but they were ones that I liked a lot. I feel like sometimes I'm scared to read books that a lot of people talk about, because I hate not liking things that other people like. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I can be a little bit of a hater with things, but it's like never intentional. I love liking things that other people love. Like, I could never understand really the mindset of being anti-mainstream, because I love loving things that other people like, because it's so fun to talk to people about things that you both like. I don't know. But yeah, those are some kind of bigger books that a lot of people like that I also happen to like, which is nice. I want a tiny bush, but not that color. This one should be fine. Do I donate books after I read them, or do I just store them? I just store them for now. Sometimes I like quote unquote donate them to my sisters. To my sisters. One of my sisters lives pretty close to me. She lives like, yeah, like I see her regularly because she's close by. But one of my sisters lives in a different state, but she'll come to visit for holidays. And anytime she's here, she usually ends up leaving with a couple of books. She'll be like, "Can I just take these off of your shelf?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not? I read them, you can have them." I feel like this feels like it would be like a wintry flower. Oh, maybe I could put it up there. I'll see. You finished the Cursed Bloodstone trilogy. I haven't heard of that one before. What fantasy series am I kind of trying to read right now? Oh, I forget what it's called. I mean, well, I'm reading the second Bloodgrace book right now, and I'm having a good time with that. There's one that it has 2 prequel books. One's called The Sword and one's called The Scepter. And then I think it has 2 or 3 actual books out right now. Now, who put the caps lock on? trying to remember what it is. Trying to go to Goodreads. Well, that's not helpful. I think it's Crown of Oaths and Curses. Crown of Oaths and Curses. Yeah. Oh, it's the Mortal Fate series. I think that's the next fantasy that I'm going to get into. I think this is working. Thanks for hanging out, Shelby. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Oh, you know what? I need lights. The lack of book space you have and the amount of books you actually have says a lot, but you could never part with your books. Yeah, I grew up in a home overflowing with books. My mom was a literature teacher for a while, and we had a big home library, and she also homeschooled us. So we had all of our homeschool books in our home library too. So it was just like a lot of books. And I think it's just like destiny. I'm just fated to have a million books in my home. Have a miniature library in your neighborhood that people donate books. They read it super cute. Oh yeah, I've seen those. I don't think I have one in my neighborhood anywhere, but I used to in a different place that I read, and I would sometimes pop books there or like take them out. But when I started annotating a few years or a couple years ago, well, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, it just makes it so that I don't really want to get rid of my books as much. And if I do, it's like harder to donate them because I mean, people don't really want my scribbles. Let's see how we're looking. Wish you could donate your books, but you love all of them so much and love to reread them. Yeah, I am also a big rereader. So it's nice for me to keep books that I like, and even sometimes books that I don't like, because sometimes on a reread, I enjoy them quite a bit more. And also, especially if it's a series that's ongoing, when a new book comes out in a series, I like to reread the series up until then. Nothing in this world that makes you just instantly admire and enjoy the company of a person like them accidentally or otherwise going on a passionate tangent about something they love. Well, that's me constantly. Nerds of any kind are awesome. The mainstream is a vague and gatekeepy concept in the first place. That's true. That's true. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. I might try to put a couple of lights right here at the entrance as well, just so we got something going on framing this area. But overall, here's the thing. This side, I think, is really cute. Once we get over here, it's a thing that exists, right? We have not a thing that exists. We have a little time bending E station over here. This yard area is kind of cute for the frozen castle. Once we start getting over here, this is where I start to lose myself a little bit. I'm losing me a bit, but mostly I think it's good. I am a little bit mad about this, and I'm not sure if it's just that there's no pathing under there, so it feels kind of weird, but something about this just doesn't sit right with my spirit. I'm not quite sure. The build looks amazing. Oh, thank you, thank you. You do the same. Even when a new movie comes out, you reread the books and rewatch all the movies. Yeah, and I feel like the thing is it's so long sometimes between books, and I read so many that it's so hard for me to remember the details, like the Legendborn cycle that I talk about all the time because I love the 2 books that are out so far. The first book's Legendborn, the second book is Bloodmarked, and Bloodmarked came out, I think, in the end of 2022? And the next book isn't coming out until like halfway through next year. So that's like 2.5 years. I need to reread them before I try to continue, because otherwise I'm gonna not know what's happening. You have almost 700 books and have read them all at least 10 times. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. When The Rise of Red book came out, you were like, yep, I'm buying this. And yes, you're reading all of them. I haven't read those yet, but I might try to read them. I think I got the first one. The Isle of the Lost, right, is the first one. I think I got that one on me Kindle.
Mustn't stay in the sun, dear. Terrible for the complexion.
Yeah, right, Prib? It makes sense that we're friends, I suppose. Because we both go on nerd rants about things. When your husband and you first started dating years ago, you used to work in animal rescue. Oh, wow. And your husband knew next to nothing about animals. Now he's always asking you if dogs are a certain breed and gets so excited. Oh, that's cute. Hopefully they fix the castle because you still want the fireworks from it. I know. I wonder if I should put some fireworks behind here. I wonder if we can actually see the fireworks if we put them there. Let me pull up the wiki so I can actually figure out how to find them without taking 10 years, not Discord, without taking 10 years to locate them. Firework launcher? No. Now what is this? Oh, it's a quest piece. Okay, it's not something that we keep. I just pulled up something on the wiki that I was like, I don't have this item. I've never seen this item. I think I have. Firework. No, that's not it. What is this called? Fireworks display? Oh, it's called fireworks display. Well, that took 10 years. Miscellaneous. And modern, bold, and outdoors. Outdoors, modern, and bold. Why isn't this in alphabetical order? Why isn't this in alphabet? Never mind. I don't care. I do not care. Fireworks display. Hi, Kitty. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who's liked the stream so far. It really does mean a lot to me. And I appreciate it so much. Can I put this one here so that I can walk back there? We'll see. We'll see if it works. Now, Maui, how did you get back here? I don't know if we'll be able to see these above the castle. No. Okay. A little bit, but not really. When does the update come out? We don't know for sure yet, but it'll be most likely either August 21st or 28th. Maybe a rock. I just need one thing here. Just the shape is weird and I need to take up a bit of space. Can't wait until we get the search bar. I know. Although, to be honest, I'll probably use the wiki just as much because, well, not just as much, but I'll use it a fair amount still, I think, because sometimes I don't know exactly what the thing is called. And the wiki still helps me find what I'm looking for without knowing the exact name of it. It's definitely going to be in August, Samantha. They said on the roadmap. Yeah. That it's going to be in August, right? Or was it in the blog post? One or the other. Initially, we weren't sure, but they did confirm that it'll be this month. Hi, Taylor. How's it going? On the search bar, do I think it'll be very specific on the name? Like you'll have to type in the wiki name for an item, or will it be simplified down? I think it will have to be, I mean, I don't think you'll have to type in the full name if it's got like more than one word, but I think you'll have to, I think it'll be fairly specific. I think you'll mostly have to know the name of the items, but I'm not sure. Maybe you'll be able to just search pillar and it will come up with all of the pillars, but that feels a little advanced for Dreamlight Valley to me. Not advanced in like, that sounded shady. I didn't mean it in a shady way. I think I just meant that sounds like complex to integrate. I feel like that would require a lot of categorizing and a lot of coding, and I don't know if that's quite what they want to be spending their time on. So I think you'll probably have to know the item name. Oh, right. I was going to put a couple more lights here. Hi, Alice. How are you? So many items. You'll be so sad if we have to use the wiki names. There's no way you can memorize them all. Oh, that's fair. I mean, the thing that I will say is that even if we do need the specific name for the items, having a search bar will at least help with more than not having a search bar. Like, even if you don't know the name for every single item and you have to look up a few things, it's still going to be better than not having a search bar. And I think having a reason to know the names of things will make it so that people probably just naturally pay attention a little bit more to the names of things. Does that make any sense? So I think it'll work out. Realistically, based on things, there's no way the entire item base catalog has the metadata to support pillar for the concept of a pillar rather than a name. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was trying to get at as someone who doesn't know things about tech. I was like, I think that would be a lot for the system. Just even from the little I know about Dreamlight Valley intricacies, it feels like that's not, like that would require a lot of back end work if it were even possible. I want to put something on this crate and I'm not sure what. If anybody can think of something, I guess I could do the Snow-G plushie. I mostly was going to leave those over by Anna and Kristoff's house, but we could. Ooh, are we intrigued by the water tower possibly coming in the star path? Wait, has this always had the lights on top? You know, I don't think I've looked at this item since literally like the first month of early access. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the water tower coming in the star path, allegedly. Huh. The snow globe? Maybe. That's a good suggestion. It's probably going to be either the snow globe or the plushie. But I'm going to scroll a little bit and see if anything else catches my eye. It could be done, but you'd be willing to say with a certain sense of certainty that at least initially this will not be the case. Yeah. It just feels like that would be a lot of work because we don't have like categories like that in the game. It would be one thing if we already did have pretty narrow categories, but we don't. We have like general things, but even like, and here's another reason why I don't think it's super likely that we'll have general filters. Like you can type in pillars and it'll bring up all the pillars or like columns. They introduced, what did they call it? I don't know, but like similar items. What if I put like this in the snow globe? Let me just put that there so I don't forget it exists. Where you can hover over an item and I am there, it's showing. It says similar items. You can click on it. Well, this has no similar items. We could click on this and like this works okay. Like it's bringing up some of the flowers. It's bringing up like a bunch of nautical stuff for some reason, like pumpkins, cactuses. Like I feel like this similar items feature that they just introduced needs a lot of work because I feel like it's not super reliable. But so like if that's not even that great, I would find it surprising if the search bar was super, like this doesn't have any similar items, if the search bar was super advanced. Like some of it's okay, but some of it just is really like pumpkin stack. I don't know. You love that feature? It's definitely a nice thing that they added. And I think sometimes it's more useful than others, but from the little bit that I've kind of messed around with it, I found that sometimes I think it just goes off of tags mostly, like things with similar tags. But that's not always the best reflection of what items actually go together or are similar to each other. I hope that's something that they're going to continue to finesse over time to make it just like a little bit more accurate or helpful, perhaps. Well, no. The similar items feature is a decent first pass, however, definitely needs some ongoing tweaking. Yeah, like I love that they added it. Pretty much, I mean, I'm sure all of you, for the most part, know this if you've been around the channel, but sometimes I feel like I need to give a disclaimer. Like, whenever I say things about Dreamlight Valley that aren't positive, I'm not trying to be, like, shady or stuff about the game. Like, I really like this game. It's usually just, like, criticisms that I feel are worth talking about and things that I think could be improved upon. And that's how I feel about that. Like, I'm so happy that they took time to introduce something like this because it means that they care about people's experience decorating. You know, they know people spend a lot of time decorating and they're trying to give us features that help us do that easier or more intuitively. So I'm all for that, but I do think the feature could use some work. Yeah, I did. I think someone was saying something about that on a previous stream about a couple items that aren't currently properly in the game or something. Every now and again, it surprises you with something you didn't think of, however similar is sometimes a stretch for what comes up. Yeah. It's more like, have you considered these items? Which is cool. Like, sometimes, no, I have not considered those items. You like my criticisms because you find them to be constructive. Yeah, that's usually how I try to approach it. Like, I try not to be negative about things just for the sake of being negative, partially because that's not really in my nature and partially because like I find it unhelpful. So if I have a feeling like about something, for instance, like I would say that my opinion about the Timon and Pumbaa coming in the update, like even though that's not an objective thing, obviously it's just my opinion. I don't like to just say, I'm not happy about that because A, that's not the case, and B, it's not helpful. I like to explain, like, I would have preferred potentially XYZ because of ABC, you know? Anyway, we are officially done with the Frosted Heights, I think. This is one of the ones that I'm gonna have to run around a couple times off stream, I think, to see how I feel about it. It is, in fact, done. Is it, in fact, wonderful? I don't know. I really am vibing with this side. This side over here, I'm a little bit still on the fence about. I really like this corner. Actually, this whole area right here is really nice, but the rest of it, I'm just gonna need a little bit of time with, I think. But the last biome that we have left to decorate is the Forgotten Lands, which I'm excited about. It's been a long time since we did the Forgotten Lands, so I'm ready to see what we come up with. I'm not sure if we're gonna go super spooky vibes or if we're gonna play it kind of, not play it safe, but I don't know. I'm not not sure, but we'll get into this on Wednesday, and then we're going to be fully done with the valley. We might dip back into Eternity Isle because there are a couple areas I want to change, or we could just dive into interiors after we finish the Forgotten Lands. So you all will have to let me know what you're feeling, if we want to go straight back to Eternity Isle or if we want to do interiors. Not sure. Not the missing filters on a thing that searches all the things. You're glad that I do share opinions. It makes you feel better when you have opinions. Yeah, I'm always open to people's opinions. I think it's cool that we all, I don't know, like different things, you know? I just always want to make sure that we're respectful of each other's opinions, which we are. You all are all wonderful. But yeah. Mention coming across the hidden item. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You struggle with your Frosted Heights because you love the layout with the frozen trees, yet your camera is always getting lost in them. Oh, yes. Yeah, I tried to, or recently I've been trying to decorate things first, and then adding trees later, which helps when you're actually decorating. When you're running around, I don't think I have as many issues with the trees when I'm actually playing the game. But sometimes just spacing them out a little bit more can be helpful. Interiors, we probably will. It's been a very long time since I decorated any interiors. I think since like last year. We probably finished up the interiors in December or something. But yeah, that is going to be our stream today. I feel happy that we finished the Frosted Heights. I am excited to move into the Forgotten Lands. Oh, and I'm so excited. You know what the thing is? I love playing Dreamlight Valley on Sundays because it's like the start of the stream week. And I love playing on Wednesdays because it's like reset for Dreamlight Valley. But the one bad thing about it, I suppose, is that I'm going to put on some music while I figure out if anybody else is playing and we can go hang out. The one bad thing about it is that then if there's any news between Monday or like from Monday to Tuesday, that's 2 days. Anyway, I feel like we can't talk about it right away. And that makes me a little bit upset. I will be here tomorrow. We're going to be playing Fields of Mystria, in fact, a new farming sim in early access. And that'll be a good time. Mr. Star and Sky is streaming, I think. I don't know if he's going to be wrapping up, but we'll go see Mr. Star and Sky. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night and take care of yourselves. And I will see you all really soon. And that is pretty much it. Goodbye, everybody.